Hello, I'm Simon from Cyrene, Libya, North Africa, west of Egypt, and I'm up close to the Mediterranean Sea, and I'm a Jew. My people came over here when the Jews were taken into captivity, and when Nehemiah came back, well, we stayed. We had our businesses, and we built houses, and it was family here, so we just stayed. And well, we built a synagogue, and we seriously teach our children about God, the true God, and we observe Sabbath, and then once a year we do our best to go to Jerusalem to Passover. Oh yeah, well, I do a little business, but it's more like a family vacation, and I usually pick up a new suit. Jerusalem's got the best tailors, and we get to refresh our roots. And so many Jewish folks, it's really neat. And there's a temple, there's the holy city of Jerusalem. Yes, great family time, and we keep our reservations at the bed and breakfast every year. And they got a pool. Boys love the pool, and not many pools in Libya. And well, we see the sights. We go to the museums and go to the temple. We offer our lamb, offer our sacrifice, and we're good for another year. Well, we're here in Jerusalem, and you can't hear the traffic. So, well, we've settled into our rooms, and the boys are off to the pool. Wife is going to do a little window shopping, and I hope not too much window shopping, but anyway, I'm off to see my tailor. And I ordered this suit last year, and I'll pick it up this year, and hey, it fits. I haven't grown any. Well, maybe that tailor's smart enough to add a little bit here and there. It's a nice suit, though. I love the color, love the texture. It'll help my business go well. Well, I am in the old town part of Jerusalem, and the crowds are unreal. 2.5 million people, somebody said, and it's usually like 75,000. And these streets in there, whoever laid these things out sure didn't lay them out for crowds and celebrations like this, but hey, we're here. Well, there's not much chance of getting robbed. There's so many Roman guards around. Keeps us pretty safe, so I don't feel bad about it. Don't feel nervous about it at all. But so I step outside the shop. Here I'm in my new suit, and I can make a quick call and go pick up the family off to the temple and make our sacrifice. But I need to hurry. Well, as soon as I step outside, I hear this ruckus. People are angrily shouting. It isn't usual. There are a bunch of soldiers, and they're parading some poor soul around on his way to crucifixion, and they take the long way and make him suffer more. And I quickly duck back into the entryway and get up as tight as I can to the wall. And you know, my new suit, I paid too much for it. Well, they're right on me now. I see that poor man. He's beaten. They beat him around the head. He's got a crown of thorns, and they ripped his beard out, and all the flesh is beaten off his back, and his organs are showing, and oh, there's blood everywhere. And he stumbles and falls. Get up, get up, get up, move on, move. Then that big guard sticks his sword in my chest. All the rotten luck, 2.5 million people, and he picks me. And I have no choice, and I've got my new suit on. Well, I bend over and picked up the crossbar, and well, instantly ruins my new suit. And well, I have to grab the man too and help him up. So there we are, cheek to cheek, blood everywhere. I hear his name, Jesus. Somebody's yelling, crucify him. Jesus. Oh, that Jesus. Oh no, I'd hoped to get to see him, but not in this way. I heard so much about him, about all those miracles that he did, and water to wine, and feeding thousands with just a few little fish and a couple biscuits, and healing all those sick people, and casting out demons, and I guess he messed up and got on the wrong side of somebody. So out of character, though. I'd heard that he was extremely peaceful, and I'd wanted to spend some time with him and go to one of his concerts or whatever they call them, but surely not this way. Why me? The suit is ruined, and my anger starts to well up in me, and so unfair. All I wanted out of this trip was to get my new suit, present my sacrifice, and go home. But now this, who needs it? I'm trapped. Well, Jesus is getting weaker and stumbling more, and he doesn't say anything. But as we take together each excruciating step, something starts to happen in me. I'm starting to feel guilty about being so selfish and feeling guilty about feeling inconvenienced while this man is suffering and dying. He seems to know me. We've never met before, but those eyes. He seems to know my past, my sin, but he seems to love me anyway. Well, by the time we get to the place of the skull, I was a wreck, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And how could such a horrible thing happen to such a great guy? All he wanted to do was help people. Well, the soldier said I could go, but somehow now I was drawn to Jesus. I wanted to stay. I had to stay. And well, they tied the bar to the pole, and then they nailed him to it with those spikes, big old hammers. Oh, it was horrible. Hands and feet. Jesus didn't say anything. I was sobbing. I couldn't help it. They pushed me back, but I couldn't leave. They lifted the cross up and dropped it in the hole with a thud, and his flesh continued to tear. Well, he tried shifting his weight. He'd pull up with his hands, and then he would push up with his feet, and no relief. All the time the guards were laughing at him. They were cursing him. They were making fun of him, spitting on him. After a while, Jesus started to speak, and I got up as close as I could, and he says, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. Who's he talking about? Forgive who? The law? The governor? The guards? He's talking about me. He's asking God to forgive me. Oh, then peace. In the midst of that horrible death scene, peace. I'd never known peace like this before. I'm forgiven. I'm really, truly forgiven. Well, then a little while later, he says, it's finished, and then he died. Oh, he was dead. That was such a relief. Then the darkness hit. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. Hey, I've been out in Libya desert at night with no moon. I've seen darkness, but this was different. This was different. It was like a spiritual darkness. It was heavy. Then the earthquake, big old rocks split open, and the ground started bucking like a wild camel. It was awful. Well, after a while, it calmed down, and some guys came and took him down off the cross and took him away to a barred tomb. I didn't know what to do. Whether I just went back to the room. I was heavy. I was bereaved. I couldn't talk. I couldn't eat. Family thought I'd lost it. Landlord heard what had happened and heard what I had done, and he told my family, and they cut me a little slack there. All day Saturday, I just sat on the porch. I was crying and praying. I started quoting scripture. Scripture started popping in my mind about the Messiah. I don't know where that came from, but it was strange. And I tried to sleep, nothing happened. And then came Sunday. Let me tell you something, friends. Sunday was different. The sun came up bright, brighter than I've ever seen it before. And my cloud lifted out of nowhere, just like that. And there was a spring in my step, and there was a song in my heart, and I had an appetite, and I felt this compulsion to go somewhere and do something, but where or what, I didn't know. And I said, maybe I can find some of those folks who were with me at the cross. Where? Then we heard some news. People were running around town saying, he's alive. He's risen. What? No way. I saw him die. He's alive. That's crazy. But somehow, crazy didn't surprise me anymore. Oh, by the way, now my wife and boys are believers. They're mentioned in the scriptures. One verse or so, but hey, that's more than most. God sure smiled on me. Out of 2.5 million people, I got the blessing of carrying the cross and helping Jesus, and I was able to wear my best coat. Yes, God sure smiled on me that day. Hey, I can't wait to get home. Tell the guys about this. Well, I got to run. Hey, I've got to find out more about Jesus. I want to see him. I want to see him alive. Hey, happy Easter.